Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to LinkedIn Tuesday. It's June 30th, 2026. We're very glad you're with us this afternoon. Please note this event will be recorded, and the recording will be on the Career USA YouTube channel for others to view in the future. By participating in this event, you give consent for your name and picture to appear. Please note that any comments you put in the Zoom chat window will not appear in the recording. For everybody who's on Zoom, feel free to put in your name, the position you're looking for. Give us 2 or 3 target companies we may be able to help you with. Give us your email, your LinkedIn address, your phone and city if you'd like. This is a great way to connect with everybody else who's on the call. I suggest that, recommend you save this chat after we're done. Connect with everybody who's on the call today because you'll never know who will be able to help you in your job search. Well, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jeff Morris. Back in 2008, I started a website called careerdfw.org, a website to help those unemployed in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. In 2012, I launched careerusa.org to help those around the United States. I have written a book called What I've Learned About Your Job Search That You May Not Know. It is available on Amazon, or if you see me in person, I have copies with me. Since 2007, I've been facilitating and leading the North Dallas Plano Career Focus Group. That group's been around since the late 1990s. I took it over in 2007 when the prior leader landed a job. And since 2017, I've been a member of the Dallas Pit Crew, also known as the Practice Interview Team. Don't wait until you have an interview to schedule an interview. Schedule one now. They like to say practice early, practice often. You can practice as many times as you want, and you'll learn a lot just by watching somebody else being interviewed. For more information, you just go to dallaspitcrew.com. Well, we have 4 outstanding speakers who talk about LinkedIn on a monthly basis. They rotate through, but this month there's a 5th Tuesday. Today's the 5th Tuesday. So I reached out, and Sheri Bardot is going to be with us today. She spoke to the North Dallas group a couple months ago and was great. And I asked her if she happened to have a LinkedIn presentation. She said she does. So today she's going to talk about LinkedIn for experienced professionals, how to stay visible, relevant, and competitive. So Sheri, thank you very much for being with us, and it's all yours.
Thank you so much, Jeff. Hello, everyone. Yeah, I had a really great time last time presenting, and I was glad that your group enjoyed it and hopefully got some value from it. So I'm going to share my screen in just a second. As you can see from my profile, I'm a career coach and I help mid-level to senior executives basically go from career confusion to career clarity and help them land jobs that align with their values, their strengths, and their salary expectations. So LinkedIn is a big part of this, right? As some of the things that I help people with. So we're going to be, going over best practices for LinkedIn. Now, in a group like this, I don't know who's experienced, who, maybe has dabbled in it, who's on it all the time. So this is going to cover, a breadth of a lot of things. Okay. And also, Jeff, I will be sending you a really great tool that I created. It's like 9 pages that I created, and it's a step by step. So if someone feels behind on LinkedIn, after you use this PDF that I'm going to send Jeff, you will not be behind. You will know all the little details about how to create an impactful LinkedIn profile. Okay, so I'm going to share my presentation right now. Hopefully I can figure that out. I'm always a little awkward on this, so give me a second. Okay. Let me view. Okay. All right, give me 1 second. And I always like to shut my camera off because I get distracted. Okay. And let me go back here and just let me know when you can see my share. Hold on. What do you see right now? Anything?
No,
No.
just see all the people.
Okay, hold on a second. Should be loading.
Yep,
How's
here
that?
we go.
Good. Okay, great. Okay, guys. So I know that most of you here are experienced professionals and you may or may not have been using LinkedIn, to its maximum potential, right? So let's dive into this, okay? Because we can use it to stay visible, relevant, and competitive in the job search. And we know the job search out there is brutal. So let's get into it. This is what we're going to cover today. Why LinkedIn matters, especially for experienced professionals, how to optimize your profile to stand out and get found, because that's the key with LinkedIn. You want to get found, how to build and nurture your connections, how to create content that showcases your expertise without feeling you have to be a social media expert. You don't have to be a social media expert to create content and share on LinkedIn. How to use LinkedIn to strategically look for a job, and also some pro tips that I threw in there. Okay, so let's get going on this. Okay, so why does LinkedIn matter? So before I get into this, I want to say that your resume, your cover letter, and your LinkedIn profile are the trifecta of your brand, how you market yourself. Okay. So let's look at why LinkedIn matters as a part of the trifecta. Okay. 95% of recruiters use LinkedIn to find candidates. So that's a really good motivator to be on LinkedIn and to be active on LinkedIn. And we're going to go into some other details later and showing the importance of why it's good to be active on LinkedIn, not just throwing up a profile and forgetting about it. Okay. So you get more profile views from members who post weekly, and of users who post weekly, there's a huge opportunity because only 1% people do it, right? So right away, if you're consistent with posting, you're going to be able to stand out. 69 million plus companies have a LinkedIn page. So you can be found and you also can search on LinkedIn. So it's important to understand the power behind it. Okay, let's go into our next slide. Now you know why it's important. Okay, here we go. Okay, so your profile. Okay, this is your digital first impression. If a recruiter hiring manager likes your resume, guess what? The next thing they're doing is hopping on your LinkedIn page. Now, this is a sneaky thing, right? Because you have a picture on LinkedIn. So they get a chance to see what you look like as well. And they also get to see other things that you have done. So we want to make sure we have a professional headshot. If you don't have the time or the resources to get a professional headshot, honestly, there's no excuse. We all have these smartphones where you can put a timer on, get a white background, and take a professional photo. You'll be surprised how many even higher level people that I see with this random photo they put up there because they think it doesn't matter. It does matter. It's your first impression, so make it count. We want to also make sure we have a compelling headline, and I am going to break that down for you because it is that important to have a compelling headline. Okay. You can also customize your LinkedIn URL. If you're putting it in your resume, make it a hyperlink. Always make it easy for that recruiter or hiring manager to click on it and check you out. If they're having difficulty, if it's not working, next, unfortunately. It could be just an excuse to move on. Complete your about section in your own voice. We all know that AI is here. It's not going anywhere. AI is great for creating a resume. Not the only thing you want to use. It's a piece of it. AI can be great to help you with your LinkedIn profile as well, but you want to keep your own voice. What makes you you? That is what's going to help build your personal brand. If you sound like everyone else, why are they going to choose you? Okay. You want to make sure that all your experiences are filled with impact statements. And we know what impact statements are. It's what you did, how you did it, and what was the result. And if you can use quantifiable data in that, great, just like you would on your resume. They are different. Your resume and LinkedIn are different. So some people will copy and paste their bullet points from their resume and put it on their LinkedIn page. Okay, I mean, it's not the worst thing that you can do, but you do have more space and you have more opportunity to really go into, if you're a leader, right, what your leadership style is and talk more about, what you could do for a company. Whereas your resume is pretty cut and dry. It can show impact, but doesn't give the depth of who you are. Skill section in each of your jobs, you can actually put skills in there if you didn't know that. And you want to make sure that you are putting skills in there. I think you can put like maximum 50. I could be wrong. But utilize those. So for each section, you can add like 10. So what relevant skills should I put in there? Well, look at the pro tip. Okay, use the keywords recruiters are searching for that job. Look at the job posting. You're not just going to put any skills that you have. You want to name the skills that are relevant to the position that you want to be found for, or relevant for the position that you're applying for, so they can quickly see, oh, this person's a good fit. Okay. Your headline, again, that's the first thing they're going to see. They're going to see the picture, and then right underneath that is your headline. Now, Jeff, right, didn't ask me for a bio. All he did was took my headline, right? And he put that on there. So what is that communicating? That should be able to sum up quickly who you are and what you want to be found for. Okay. And I'm going to, again, I promise I'm going to get into more detail of that. Okay. You can turn on open to work. Now you can put the open to work banner on there if you like, but if you're currently employed and you don't want your current company or your boss to see that, you can make it visible only for recruiters. Okay. There's like a big debate on, do I put the banner up? Do I not put the banner up for people to see if I am unemployed? I'm going to leave that up to you. I really don't have an opinion about that. Some people say, oh, it looks like, you're desperate. And then recruiters will say, no, that's the first thing I see. And I go, well, that person's available. So you have to do what's best for you. Okay. Now, here's an opportunity that I see many people miss is the background banner. So you've got your photo, and then above that is a banner. Okay. And in the PDF that I'm going to give Jeff, that he's going to email, I walk you through step by step how you can use Canva. If you don't know what Canva is, it's a digital marketing tool, and how you can create a personalized banner, even for the free version. You can do that. Why? Again, it's a blank space. They just give you like this gray, bluish banner that says nothing, communicates nothing, or you can put a banner up there that reflects your brand, your industry. And again, this is going to help people see you in the industry, see you in the position. Don't be putting things up there like your trip to Tahiti or your vacation. No. It has to be related to what you want to be found for, the industry you want to be in. Okay. Also, you can request recommendations from former managers or colleagues. Some recruiters will say, oh, I don't look at that. Some say they do look at it. I think it's a good idea, because if a recruiter wants to get an idea of who you are, and they can see maybe who you've worked with, maybe who you've worked under, that can give them an impression beyond just your resume. So I do recommend collecting some of those recommendations, and make sure you're also helping other people and giving them recommendations. So, it's a equal give and take. Okay. Okay, here's this part I was talking about, guys. Okay, so crafting a headline that gets you found. Your headline, it appears directly under your name. It's always going to be there, right? So when recruiters are searching for you, they're searching by keywords. Do not create cutesy names. What do I mean by that? I've seen things before where it's like super powered project manager. Have you ever seen a job post that says looking for a super powered project manager? No. So you want to be putting the job title that you want to be found for. Think about how a recruiter is searching. Don't put cutesy names on there. Put the real titles. Okay. And I give a couple examples here. If you follow that formula, it doesn't have to be exact, but this will serve the purpose. Okay. Job title, any specialty that you have, any software maybe that is crucial, for the industry or the job that you do, add that. The industry that you're in, the city. Recruiters are searching by job title and city location. If you're not looking for work in your city, you can always put remote. Okay, mine, it says global because I work with people all around the world and I only work remotely. Leadership level. Are you an executive? Are you, mid-manager? You can put that as well. And then optional, you can put who you help. I highly recommend putting who you help because that again shows them that you are the solution to their problem. Okay, so let's look at some examples here. Here's a basic one. Healthcare operations, project manager, that's the title. Specialty, healthcare operations. What is the software that they primarily use? Epic EMR. Where are they located? In Houston, Texas, and they're a senior leader. Okay, so what software should I put up there? Look at the job post. Look at several job posts. What are the softwares that they are mentioning time and time again? If you have that expertise, put it out there so no one's second guessing. Okay, let's look at the financial services for veterans. Okay, financial counselor. What is your specialty? Budgeting and debt management. They work with veteran services, Dallas, Texas, helping veterans build financial stability. I think you guys get the picture here. Look at the IT director position. He focuses on cybersecurity. He works more, or she works in cloud infrastructure and works in the industry of healthcare. Atlanta, Georgia, helping organizations improve security and compliance. So this is clear. This is also very easy for a recruiter to find you. Because remember, it works as a job search tool. It also helps you to be found by recruiters and hiring managers. It's networking. Okay, so this is going to be in my handout. You don't have to worry about taking a screenshot or anything. Okay. So as I said, it's going to help you to search for jobs. It's also going to help you to build those meaningful connections. Who can you connect with? I always say start in your own backyard. Don't make it so difficult. Don't stress yourself out about it. Reconnect with who you know, former colleagues, classmates, managers. You can search by a company that you've worked in the past, school or name, or a company you want to work at, and see if you know somebody there. These are warm connections that are most valuable. Okay, so start in your backyard and then expand. You can also build connections by joining industry groups and associations. If you don't know that, there's groups within LinkedIn that you can join, just like on Facebook groups. They have groups there. And that also can help you kind of get through the noise and look for key people, maybe that you admire or you want to associate with, where it would take you, well, if you don't know their name, how can you find them? But maybe you join a group or an association and you can find this person. Okay. You can engage in discussions. Don't just lurk. Because if you're just lurking, you're not present. You're not adding anything to it. You are an expert. You want to showcase your expertise, even when you're in an industry group or an association group. Okay. You want to follow companies that you admire, follow companies that you respect, maybe companies you'd want to work for, and thought leaders as well. Okay. I like to think about this in a marketing way. Okay. In marketing, we have what's called touch points. If you're going to buy, a big purchase, let's say a car, okay, you don't just go, oh, I'm going to buy a car one day. No, you do your research. You might see an ad on TV, or you might see an ad on social media. Then you might see that your neighbor has a car like that. And then you go and you take a test drive, for example, right? You go online and you research it. Those are different touch points. And that's how you get familiar with that car. And that's how you build trust with that. So you go, I think this is going to be a good purchase. So the same thing that I want to impress upon you is that if you follow a company, right, you can follow their page and then you can comment on their posts. And when I mean comment on their posts, I don't mean, oh, that's great. Oh, that sounds good. Guilty. I used to do the same thing. Okay. Because I was shy. I'm not shy anymore, as you can tell. Right. So you want to put something meaningful on there to like continue the conversation, to show that you can add value to it. And then let's say the job comes up, right? Now you've been following this page. You've been making, that's a touch point. You've been making valuable comments. There's another touch point. Now you've connected with other people because you saw who was posting and you saw, ooh, that person's a hiring manager. Ooh, that person works in the department that I'd like to work in. And then you can also reach out to them later and maybe see if they can give you a referral or a reference, right? So now this is going to put you on their radar organically. It's not pushy. It's just like, hey, I like the same things that you like. Hey, I'm interested in the same industry that you're interested in. Okay, so make sure you do all those things and create those valuable touch points. And it won't be so weird when you go in for the ask. Oh, yeah, this guy posted something. Oh, yeah, he's connected with so and so. The trust factor builds. Okay, like, comment, and share with purpose. Endorse skills. Write a thoughtful recommendation. Quality beats every time, right? Not just posting once and then going away. Okay. So if you're hesitant about it, again, doesn't have to be anything crazy. I always recommend, let's say you're on a company page, you're following a thought leader from that company, and you really like something that they posted, and you're like, I can't think of anything original to post. Repost their article or their whatever they posted with your own comments on top. And now that person sees you shared their material. It's not that hard to do. So that's what I would recommend. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, let's say now that you've noticed somebody in the company that you want to connect with. You want to personalize your connection request. A generic invite gets ignored, a personal note gets remembered. I mean, this is just like in real life, right? You ever get, oh my gosh, you ever get a Christmas card and it's like they send it to everyone and it's got the signature that's already printed out on it. I mean, thank you for putting me on your list. I appreciate that. But when someone writes something, like my uncle, what he does every year, he gives a summary of all the like milestone moments in his family. What happened, who's going to college, who had a baby, this and that, and then signs his name on it. I look forward to a Christmas card every single year. So personalize it. It's going to be a stronger connection. Okay. So why not generic? Okay. If you look at the example, I'd like to add you to my professional network on LinkedIn. And sometimes AI will just give you that prompt. Okay. There's no context. Why are you connecting with me? I don't know you. Why should I connect with you? It feels automated. It feels like AI, and it's just easy to ignore. You're not hurting anyone's feelings. You sent this to everyone. Okay. Here's the personalized response. Hi, Sarah. I really enjoyed your article on leadership transitions. Your point about managing change resonated with my experience in the field. I love to stay connected. That's sincere. You're also developing a little bit of trust and you feel a little bit more connected. It shows you've done your homework. It creates a memorable first impression and it starts a real conversation. Here's a pro tip. What I like to do is also share something of value that I think could help that person. For example, when I was looking for a job, I knew I wanted to work at a university and I was connecting with different directors of career services. And instead of just going in, I have a hard time just going in. I want to give something of value. I said, hey, I created this PDF. It's really helpful for my, career clients. It might be helpful to your program. Wanted to share that. And they see that I'm not selfish. It's a two-way street. I want to help. If I can help you in any way, great. And if you can help me, wonderful. So if you have anything to share of value, I'd put that in there as well. Okay, let's go on to the next slide. Oh my gosh, content. People get so nervous about this. Okay. You don't have to post every day, but you need to post with purpose. So let's look at all these different ideas that you can do to post. Even if you took one or two of them, these are solid ideas. Share your perspective, react to industry news or trends with your take. Your experience will add depth others don't have. Here's a caveat. Your take doesn't mean anything political, anything that could be polarizing, something that is your opinion. But I don't think LinkedIn is the place to be, trying to get people on this side of the camp or that side of the camp. Just something that's, your take and professional. Okay. We have enough political drama going in the world. You don't need to bring that on to LinkedIn. Lessons and wins. Here's what I learned from a challenge early in my career. Storytelling earns engagement all the time. You're not just telling the story, you're telling a story to teach somebody something or to show what you've learned and how you've grown as a leader or as a professional. You can share a tip, a hack, or a tool that's helped you professionally. These do really well, because people are always looking for, that extra edge. So if you can give them a tip that's going to help them in their career, even better if it's specifically for your industry, that's going to show you as a thought leader. Behind the scenes post, share what a day in your role looks like, a project you're proud of or a milestone reached, so they can see you. This goes beyond the resume. Now they can see you in action, what you're doing. Right? You can ask a poll, pose a question to your network. These are usually pretty good. I'm always surprised by this. I'm like, really? Another poll? But they do really well. So you can, post a poll. What do you think about this new software? What do you think about this new AI tool? What do you think about this legislation that's coming out? How it impacts your industry, perhaps? Another thing you can do is you can add presentations, articles, projects in your featured section. I know that I've written articles that have been featured in some high-level publications. I've been asked to speak on the news. I put those in my featured section because I want to show people that my opinion is actually valued. And so people, it gives me more credibility. So if you have something like that, put it up there. And guess what? If you don't have something that was featured, who cares? Create something yourself and put it in the featured section. That's what I did before I started content creating. I started just making my own content and putting it up there like my own blog post. Doesn't matter. As long as it looks professional and it shows your thought leadership and it shows your expertise, that's what matters. Now, it doesn't have to be every day. Even just once a week is great. Now let's go to the next slide. Okay. So using LinkedIn in your job search, okay, you can set up alerts. So you can go to the company's page and you can set up an alert so it will tell you when there's a job post, because speed is essential, okay? You don't want to sleep on that. The research shows the sooner you apply, the better. I hate to tell you that, but it's true, okay? So set up those alerts for the roles and locations that you want to be working in. You can use LinkedIn Easy Apply so you can be quick, but when possible, and I always recommend you go directly to the company website. The reason why I separated this is sometimes you're not able, it'll only let you go through the Easy Apply. I like to do my due diligence and I search and I go out and I try to find the company. I want to find the website, because also, guess what? There's scams out there. So sometimes the Easy Apply could be a scam. I want to go to the job board on the company website, make sure it's legit, make sure it's still up. Okay. And guess what? When you go to the job board of the company, you might actually find another position that you're more qualified for, or you're just more jazzed about. And you could have missed it if you didn't go to the company's website and look on their job board. Okay. save jobs to review and track your applications. There's lots of free tools out there, but you can even use AI just to create a simple tracker. Teal is another good one, but you can simply just create a tracker in Excel and make sure you're following up with those those jobs. Excuse me, let me get a drink of water here. When you go to the company, you can use the people search to find the hiring managers at the target companies, and then you can go and send that personalized message to them. You can, if you're not ready for that, just follow them. And then after that, you can repost something that they are posting, or they posted something and you can add a comment to it, a thoughtful comment. Remember those touch points. Okay. You can also research the interviewers on LinkedIn before every interview. Did they go to a certain college that you went to? Hey, that could be a good connection point, right? You see they worked at a company previously that you also worked at. Hey, that's a good connection point. Always thinking about those connections. Okay. When you're going in for, sending a message to a recruiter, you want to keep it short. They're getting lots of messages, and make a clear ask. Don't waste their time. They know what you're reaching out for. So be clear about that. Okay. Mention a specific role or how you found them, or, maybe you know somebody that knows them. Focus on the relationship building, not desperation. Oh, please, please, please. No one here in this group is like that. So I'm not worried about that. You just want to focus on the relationship building. Be authentic. If you don't hear back, don't take it personally. I would follow up again politely after a week. And if you don't hear anything, next, and you move on. But I would still be active. If that's the company that you really want to work for, still be active on their page. Let them come to you. You've already done your outreach. Okay, guys, we're rounding this up here. Pro tips: work smarter. Turn on creator mode. So typically you have to have a certain amount of followers. It'll let you turn on creator mode, and then you can unlock your analytics. So you can see, how you're ranking, basically. You can also see which posts are doing better than others, okay? And you can have a follow button. So you don't have to just connect. People can just follow you so they can hear and see your content, okay? Engage before you post. This is a really good tip. Comment on 5 posts in your niche before you write your own. Why? Because the algorithm rewards active participants, and that will boost your post's reach. So get in there. Again, join those groups, find people in your industry, and engage on their posts. Okay. This is an actual interesting information here that I found. Schedule posting during peak hours, Tuesday through Thursday, 7 to 9, or noon to 1, tend to get the most engagement. But remember, consistency matters more than timing. Most people aren't on LinkedIn on the weekends. And on Friday, sometimes they're like, yeah, it's Friday. So I would stick to Tuesday through Thursday. Monday, they might be swamped. So Tuesday to Thursday is usually peak times. Okay. So under analytics, you can see who's interested in you, right? So someone looked at your profile. Are they someone that, maybe is in my industry, or someone who works at a company? Reach out to them. Hey, I saw that you checked out my profile. I'm in this industry as well. Would love to connect. That's no big deal, right? Hashtags, some people say they're out. I don't know. I think it's okay to use it. You can use those hashtags. So if people are searching with hashtags, they can find you. I can put career coaching. I can put career advice. I could put resume, put those hashtags in there, industry related, so that you can be discovered. Okay. LinkedIn Premium, is it worth it? You can actually try it. There's a free trial for LinkedIn Premium, and you can see if it's more, advantageous for you. So I'm not going to tell you one way or another if you should use LinkedIn Premium, but you can get more in-mail credits. You can have you can write longer messages, so there are some benefits. If you've checked it out before, you know about it. Again, you can use a free trial and see if it's working for you. Okay. So Yeah. So here are key takeaways. Okay. So your profile is your digital brand. Keep it updated. Don't just create it and then walk away from it. Make sure it's keyword rich. Recruiters are using this to search for candidates. If you don't have the right keywords in there, they're never going to find you. Okay. Just like on your resume, you want to be keyword rich. Write in an authentic voice. Even if you're using AI to create some of your comment, I would tweak it so your voice is not lost. Consistency beats intensity. One intentional post per week is better than a burst activity followed by crickets. Personalize everything. Remember that Christmas card example that I gave you guys. This is going to help with your connections, recruiter outreach. People remember others who made the effort. Engage with purpose. Don't just, oh, this sounds good. I like it, right? Sharing something that is relevant. I want to talk about this just for a second, okay? You want to imagine that if you are a brand, you are a brand, you are going to post about things that reflect your brand. So you're going to engage with purpose. You're going to post with purpose. If you start posting about things that aren't aligned with your brand, people are going to think that you're not clear on what you want. Okay. So make sure you're consistent with that. Show your work, use your featured section, post achievements, and let your career story be visible. Okay, guys. So I know I just said a lot. We went through a lot of key takeaways here. What is one action that you will take today, okay, or tomorrow, that you can do on LinkedIn that you think can help you be more visible, maybe also get connected by recruiters? What's one thing that you can do that feels comfortable? You don't want to force it. You can drop it in the chat. Awesome. Now, if you have any questions, Jeff, I have some more time. I can open it up. And thank you so much for, attending today. I will be, again, sending you a great resource today. I think it'll really help you. I know it goes by fast, but all the details are going to be in the handout provided. So I'm going to stop my share. One second.
Yeah, if anybody has any questions, please unmute your mic and ask away. Questions?
Okay, so Chris says he's been posting on Fridays, but he'll adjust that. Okay, see if anything happens, and then you can look at your analytics and see if you are getting more engagement by just tweaking that. Get busy updating your LinkedIn. Yeah, look at the resource that Jeff's going to send you. This will really be helpful. From Marty there. Okay. Does anyone else have any questions? Use your banner more effectively. Yeah, it's big. It's up there. And and in my handout, I walk you through step by step how to create that banner, because this is the thing. I don't know if you guys realize the dimensions on that banner are kind of weird. So if you just try to throw up any picture, it might not line up. So if you follow my step by step, you just go into Canva, it'll do it for you. Okay. Yeah, it'll show you who's viewed your profile a couple of times. That has opened the door for me to engage a company. Absolutely. Even without premium, it'll give you like a few you can see, but with the premium, you can see everybody. Absolutely. Yeah, add a meaningful note. Exactly. Think about the Christmas card. Awesome. Well, some great actions you guys are going to take. I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you so much, Jeff, for having me. You guys have a great week. And Jeff, I'll send you out that resource ASAP.
Great. Thank you very much. Sheri,
You're
thank you very
welcome.
much for your presentation. Great information. Next week, next Tuesday, Kurt Vonnemeyer will be with us. We'll talk about LinkedIn from a recruiter's eye. Kurt is a retained search executive. He's trying to find you, and he's going to talk about how he's trying to find you. So please feel free to watch us next Tuesday at 1 o'clock. This week, there is no pit crew, there's no practice interview this team, and there's no North Dallas Plano Career Focus Group this week. Everybody's taking the week off, so have a safe and happy July 4th. If you'd like to join the Career FW or CareerUSA.org LinkedIn groups, you're welcome to join both. You do not need to live in the DFW to join the Career DFW group. We've got over 16,000 members. And once you connect with somebody who's in the group, you can then connect with them with a message. You're not locked out like if you're not paying for LinkedIn, you only have a few messages a month. But if you join a group, you can contact those people through the group. So it's a great way to be able to expand connections. This session has been recorded. It will be uploaded to the Career USA YouTube channel later this afternoon. If you'd like, please subscribe to the channel. That way, every time we post a new video, you'll find out all about it. On the Career USA YouTube channel, click on playlist. Every video I post goes into one of 7 different playlists. And from there, then if you click on view full playlist at the very bottom, up will come a list in chronological order of the date, the speaker, and what the topic was, and you can watch any video you want at your convenience. We've got over 760 videos currently up on the YouTube channel. If you're not receiving emails about our workshop, please join the Career USA mailing list. You can just scan this QR code and send a blank email, or send a blank email to Career USA, the + subscribe at groups.io. You'll never be spammed because I control the list. I only put out 2 or 3 emails a week, and they all have the Zoom links for any of the productions we're doing online. Please remember, Career DFW, we're a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Sheri was a volunteer to speak, and today I'm a volunteer. Everything I've done over the last 17 years has just been to help you land your next great opportunity. So thank you very much for joining us today, everybody. Sheri posted her LinkedIn guide in the chat window, so feel free to make sure you download that before you log off. And that way you'll have it. Otherwise, you can contact me. I'll have it, and we will get it to you. So everybody have a great and safe and happy July 4th week.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
Take care, everybody.